Well, no surprise there. No service on line 1 north of here. And it looks like the streetcars aren't running yet. Streetcar service was supposed to be restored in December. And it's now almost February. And at last check, it's not going to open again until March. That would be the 510 Spadina streetcar line. As I climb out of Spadina Station. Yeah, it looks like we're having some light snow flurries. And hello there. Today is Sunday, January 26th. It is just after 3 p.m. and the temperature is about -1 degree Celsius. And again, I'm here on Spadina Road, just in front of Spadina Station. Where there's a lot of buses converging, the Spadina streetcar replacement buses, along with line 1 shuttle buses. And in this one, I decided I'm just going to take a walk south down Spadina. Spadina Avenue, that is, as Spadina Road becomes Spadina Avenue on the south side of Bloor Street. There's the line 1 shuttle bus. I'll be walking all the way down to around Front Street. And the last time I came down this way, I was on the west side of Spadina, so we're going to keep it to the east side pretty much the whole way down. This is the Annex neighborhood, and that's a look to the east. There's the Miles Nadal Jewish Community Center. The first 10 minutes or so of this walk, it's going to look kind of like this, just a lot of homes and not a lot of retail. But south of College, we'll be in Chinatown. And even though it's -1, it feels a lot colder than that. The wind has picked up quite a bit.
Within a week of
And on the left is the University of Toronto St. George campus. And on the right, the Harbour Village neighborhood. The Annex is actually along Bloor and to the north of Bloor.
They're called Sweet Escape.
This is Washington Avenue. Well, not all of these properties are part of the university, but about a block east of here, that's where you'll find the campus begins. That building went up in a hurry. Kind of like it. Not much in the way of balconies, but it's nice to see more brick and less glass on newer builds these days. Toronto went through a period in the early 2000s up until, well, still now, where just about every high-rise going up is all glass on the facade. It's nice to see some variation. But this walk will cover about 3 kilometers or so. Spadina extends south all the way down to Queens Quay. It effectively ends at the shores of Lake Ontario. And to the north of here, Spadina Avenue ends where we started at Bloor Street. Then it becomes Spadina Road. And it continues north all the way up to Eglinton. Well, it makes a jog around Casa Loma where it briefly comes to an end, but starts again on the other side of Casa Loma. And it also actually extends for a few blocks north of Eglinton for a stretch that is completely disconnected from the rest. Daniels Architecture Commons. The Daniels School of Architecture, or the Daniels Architectural Building, I'm not sure the exact name, is just south of here. We'll be walking by that in a moment. There's a 510 Spadina bus. This building here houses graduate housing for the University of Toronto. There's Cora Pizza across the street, a mainstay of this area. The rival Papa CEO, I'm not sure how you pronounce it, closed somewhat recently. And this is Harvard Street. You can head through the heart of Harvard Village, the main retail stretch, by turning right here. Or go left and head through the heart of the University of Toronto St. George campus. I went through that church as part of Doors Open earlier in the year, or last year actually. That was the last time I recorded a video down this way. And according to the TTC, the return of the 510 Spadina streetcar has been delayed until March 2025 due to unexpected challenges encountered by work crews. We'll see if we spot any sections of the track undergoing repairs on the way down. But in the 70s, there were plans to extend what is the Allen Road, but then known as the Spadina Expressway, southbound this area. So this would have been a highway. That would have cut down Spadina and gone past Casa Loma. And Chinatown, as we know it, would have been ripped up. But there was a very large public outcry and a lot of activism on the topic, led by figures like Jane Jacobs. And the project was famously canceled. Now all we have left is the stump. That is the Allen Road. Apparently, some of the buildings on Spadina have been linked to secret societies. such as Freemason lodges. Whenever I think of that, I think of the Royal Legion of Water Buffaloes, or whatever they called it on the Flintstones. Or I guess the Stonecutters on the Simpsons as well. I keep seeing these signs in Chinese characters on posts. Whoops, I didn't notice the camera was pointing straight down there. It's a little trickier operating this thing with gloves on. There's the Daniels building, that dates back to the 1800s. I passed through there on my Doors Open Toronto walk. Houses U of T's School of Architecture. But there's a pub just over there. There's a map of the campus. But things are about to get a lot busier on Spadina, as we're just a few blocks from Chinatown now. I think by the time this video is uploaded, I'll either be in Cancun or on my way back, or possibly back from it. This is my last day going out and recording before I go away. Although I might do a live stream tomorrow morning. This is Ursula Franklin Street. There's a packed bus and someone running with a weighted backpack, or a weighted vest actually. I have a weighted vest. I've got it loaded up to 30 pounds now. I can put it up to 50, I think. I can't imagine jogging in it. I think that would do numbers on the old joints. The almost Gothic looking Daniels building. And the Scott Mission across the street. There's the Silver Dollar. Oh, there's a for lease sign in front of it. I wonder if the Silver Dollar room is still open. That was almost a brick for brick rebuild of the old Silver Dollar room on that spot. The hotel there is the Waverly. On the left is a Center for Mental Health and Addiction building. CAMH's main campus is down on Queen Street West in the West Queen West area. But welcome to Chinatown, pretty much. Kensington Market is just over there.
I think something happened.
think it's Lunar New Year's, formally on Wednesday, if I'm not mistaken. They usually hold celebrations in Chinatown over the weekend, and I'm guessing that'll be next weekend. You can check out the Chinatown BIA website for more info on that. I think I'll be missing that this year. And whenever I walk this way, I'm usually going south on that side of the street, as it gets you a pretty neat view of the CN Tower. There's dumplings. There's fairly high turnover with the retail here, but they never seem to have any problems finding new tenants. A1 Stone Pot next to Mini Hot Pot. There's a Caribbean restaurant. Someone was selling handmade kimchi on the sidewalk. I'm not sure about the legalities of that. They built this dedicated right away for streetcars. And the streetcar line replaced the Spadina bus. There's Grossman's Tavern. It's a mainstay of this area. A live music venue. Normally this is one of the more colorful neighborhoods. It's just kind of a gloomy, cold day. I don't think the colors are really popping on the video. Tasties Chicken and Donuts. There's Dalgone Korean barbecue.
Like outside.
And that street there is Baldwin. That'll lead you right into the heart of Kensington. And this is Baldwin as well, and you could head over to the underrated Baldwin Village. And we're heading east. Dim sum. If you're looking for dim sum, you've come to the right neighborhood. I think this is where Roll Sand used to be, on the left here. Big new development coming in. Chinatown's been relatively resistant to new developments relative to the rest of downtown. This is an excellent spot, Swato. Dragon City Mall, I think a lot of the Lunar New Year events will be held there, and at the Chinatown Center, another small mall just south of there. And that has been there for a long time. Zonic Aces. This building on the left was once a burlesque house. Before that, or after that, a bank. It's the old Standard Theater, now home to a Rexall drugstore. This would be kind of ground zero for Chinatown. Someone jaywalking over there, getting honked at. There's another Chinatown east of here called East Chinatown, just east of downtown at Girard and Broadview. That one popped up in the early 70s. That was shortly after Chinatown relocated to this area. In the early 20th century, this area was a hub for Jewish immigrants. They mostly migrated north of here. And in the 60s, the original Chinatown was just east of here, around where Nathan Phillips Square is now. And the city expropriated a lot of the land. I think they were trying to play whack-a-mole with Chinatown. A lot of... Oh, my camera slipped again. A lot of North American cities at the time were trying to get rid of their ethnic neighborhoods. Being resilient, it relocated just west. I have to keep an eye on my camera. That's twice now. It's kind of nosedived straight to the ground.
Oh yeah, it's insane. So what's the...
And once we got south of Queen Street, we'll be in the old garment district. And we are south of Chinatown now. There's Sonic Boom, a record store that's bounced around to a number of different locations, but it seemed to find a pretty long-term home here. And Dark Horse Espresso Bar. I'm still salty about that particular location. I went there to use the washroom once, and I bought a coffee, even though I didn't really need one. I just had to go. And I was told the washroom was out of service. Down with the war. Oh, someone almost tripped. We've all done that. There's a CN Tower view. The northeast and southeast corner here have been expropriated to make way for Ontario Line construction. As this intersection of Queen and Spadina will eventually be home to an Ontario Line station, although Metrolinx has yet to build and open a line. Crosstown LRT is now 5 years overdue. Finch Line 6, 4 years overdue. So it remains to be seen how long overdue this one will be. But here we are, Queen and Spadina, about to head down into the Fashion District, or formerly the Garment District. Which once housed a lot of textile factories and warehouses and clothing stores.
So I was like, I mean, yeah, a couple times.
You can see these two buildings that are kind of twinned. Although one has a pointed rooftop, the other one is squared off. Those were two late 1920s / early 1930s Art Deco buildings built during the heart, or the heyday, of the Garment District in this area. They were designed by Benjamin Brown. I think the building on the left is 1 story taller than the building on the right. And I've heard someone mention before that some of these buildings are connected underground via a series of tunnels, kind of like a mini path network. Mono Kings. And this is Adelaide Street. This area also overlaps with the entertainment district. There you see garment district, although I think now it's more commonly referred to as the fashion district. There's one of those gorgeous old Art Deco buildings. And it's fraternal twin, I guess, across the street. Farm honey. There's an iconic moment. The Joey Bats bat flip. I think that's up there with Kawhi Leonard's three-point shot to secure the victory over the 76ers. The Raptors later went on to win the NBA championship. Those are probably the number 2 and 3 moments in recent Toronto sports history. I would say Joe Carter's walk-off home run. Well, I'm not sure that is so recent. It's easily number 1. And the Leafs have a lot of great moments, but those are all from the 60s and earlier. This used to be an LCBO.
So stop very close to my work, so I'm gonna get on that.
No, you saw me. It was still...
There's the well. Big new development with kind of an indoor-outdoor mall area. And there's the big food court, usually called food halls these days for some reason. In there as well, but it's a pretty fantastic addition to the city. My only complaint would be it is, like every other new development, not priced in an affordable manner. And this is Clarence Square Park, where an encampment has been cleared out. That stretch of Wellington Street has really opened up. It looks much better now, and it's got a protected two-way bicycle track. There's an off-leash park for dogs. There's where LCBO moved to. Although you gotta think a building like that stays are probably numbered, given all the development in this area. That was at one time a Toyota dealership, just over there. There's a Globe and Mail building as well. And much of this area was a sea of parking lots. Let's try to make this light cycle. There's City Place. And a GO train rolling in. Rolling past the Sky Dome and the CN Tower into Union Station. I think I'm going to make another video. I'm just not sure what. Maybe just have one more in the bank just to cover my time away. So I'm going to wrap this one up. I hope you enjoyed it. Do let me know your thoughts and comments down below if you wish to support what I do on YouTube. There's links to my Patreon and YouTube channel membership down in the description. I've got an Instagram account at Johnny Strides, and there is a super thanks button appearing down below if you wish to say thanks that way. Anywho, I'm going to think about what I'm going to record next, so thank you for watching, and I will catch you in the next one. Yoink.